The Asus Zenfone has been a hit in the country since its very first iteration. Hey guys, this is Bob with Yugatech and this is our video review of the Asus Zenfone 3. Let's go! Asus has made significant changes in the design of the new Zenfone 3. It's thinner, sleeker, and more durable with an all-metal aluminum grade body. If the previous design and build material of the Zenfone was bland and uninspiring, the Zenfone 3 has certainly brought its cosmetic makeover to a new level. Located at the upper right side is the 8-megapixel front camera situated next to the sensors. We can also see that the bezels are a bit slimmer at 2.1mm compared to its previous iteration, and that's always a good thing. The handset's 2.5D display which curves outward also make it seem to minimize the surrounding bezel. We still have the capacitive buttons below that remains to be unlit, so your familiarization with the button still plays part when operating the device in the dark. Additionally, there are chrome trimmings surrounding the entire device which add a bit of bling into the handset. Up top, we have the headset jack and the microphone, while down at the bottom we have the loudspeakers, the microphone, and the USB Type-C port. The corners are curved, reminiscent of the Zenfone Zoom, and is made of what appears to be the same high-class material. At the left-hand side, we have the compartment for the SIM card and the memory expansion via microSD, while on the right side are the metallic keys with concentric circle finishes for the power and volume. At the back, we have the 16-megapixel camera as its main shooter, right above the rectangular fingerprint sensor. It's also flanked by the dual LED flash together with a sensor for its Tritech autofocus system. The entire back panel sports the company's concentric circle design that shows different light accents depending on what angle you look at. What's interesting here is that the back plate is protected by glass and veers away from the previous plastic material. This is a big step up for the company since it looks and feels more premium. Measuring at only 7.7mm in width, it's a lot thinner than the Zenfone 2, which is at 10.9mm. This makes it easier to slide in and out of the pocket. Overall, the Zenfone 3 sits comfortably on the hand thanks to its curved edges. Undoubtedly, it looks more of a flagship device this time around due to the materials used in making the body. Camera hardware got some upgrades compared to its predecessor and now features a 16-megapixel sensor with laser and face detection autofocus. There's also a 4-axis optical image stabilization system on board to prevent camera shakes from ruining your photos. Image quality is good with well-saturated colors and plenty of details. The 8-megapixel front camera on the other hand has a wide-angle lens and good enough for some casual selfies in bright environments. When it comes to video, the Zenfone 3 can shoot 4K resolution clips at 30 frames per second. There's video stabilization on board but only limited when shooting in 1080p. This is the first time we've encountered the Snapdragon 625 chip. Actually, Qualcomm lists the Zenfone 3 as the only smartphone that is powered by the Snapdragon 625. Snapdragon 625 is composed of 8 cores of ARM Cortex-A53 processors, which are 2 clusters of 4 cores with a performance-driven cluster running a max speed of 2 GHz. The CPU is then paired with a Adreno 506 graphics processor and 4GB or 3GB of RAM. Performance is good as transitions and animations are smooth. Apps launch fast and show no signs of choking or random crashes. The fingerprint scanner is also snappy and registers fingerprints and unlocks the screen in an instant. Gaming, light or graphic intensive like Need for Speed or Asphalt 8 is a breeze even with the 3GB of RAM on ZE 520KL model. Asus continues to stick out with its 3000 mAh battery with the Zenfone 3. Smaller 5.2-inch variant has a smaller battery capacity at 2600 mAh, a 13% drop from the main variant. Using PCMark's battery bench, the ZE552KL was rated at 13 hours and 46 minutes, while the smaller ZE520KL got 12 hours and 49 minutes, which is impressive for a battery below 3000 mAh. This can be attributed to the power-saving features of the Snapdragon 625. The Zenfone has definitely matured, and this is evident with the new lineup of the Asus Zenfone 3 series. It only took Asus 3 years from introducing their groundbreaking smartphone line and disrupting the already saturated smartphone market. The company plans to do it again by offering 2 variants of the Zenfone 3, giving consumers the flexibility to choose the right product depending on their needs and their budget. The Zenfone 3's ZE552KL Packing a larger screen, bigger battery and RAM, double the internal storage is the beefier of the two. However, it commands a higher price tag. If that is not an issue, this is where the Zenfone 3 ZE520KL comes in. Although toned down most noticeably in the RAM, storage, and battery departments, it is more affordable, making it more accessible to budget-constrained consumers without sacrificing a lot. That being said, Asus delivered a 1-2 combo with the Zenfone 3. Regardless of the model, both have merits that will surely appeal to a wide range of users. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. Stay tuned to yugatech.com for more updates.